y'all. Hold on, let me put that over there. Uno momento Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can get some action in this thing. Okay, I'm back. Great morning, y'all. Great morning, great morning, great morning, great people. How are y'all doing today? I'm trying to still check and make sure my camera's good. Great morning. How y'all feeling this morning? Happy Wednesday. Wednesday, what's today? 3-6-4. Happy Wednesday. Great morning, y'all. Y'all come in. Like the live, share the love. I about do, huh? I probably should roll my windows up. Y'all know I be getting loud when I be talking. Well, don't be judging me. I know I be yelling a little bit, don't it? Don't be no hater. Don't be no hater. Great morning, y'all. Great morning. Great morning, True Beauty. Great morning. How y'all doing this morning? What's that said? Thank you so much for the follow, dearest one. I'm so truly grateful. Thank y'all. Y'all come in. Like the live, share the live, share the love. Drop something in the chat that you're grateful for this morning. Let's get in the flow of abundance. Woo, child. I don't even know how much the Lord is even going to let me talk about this morning. I want y'all to talk. We're going to talk about deja vu. Drop that in the chat. Deja vu. Okay. Great morning, Auntie Coco Nim. Great morning. Thank you for sharing the live, dearest one. Um, Great morning, Pamela. Great morning. Pamela says, great morning to Shay in the community. I'm grateful we're halfway through the week and thank God for God. How are y'all feeling this morning? How's y'all's midweek treating y'all? Sarah says, I'm grateful for waking up another day. Indeed and amen. Auntie Coco says, I'm grateful for the peace in my life. Yes, indeed. Okay, yes, indeed. Great morning, Sandy. Great morning. Y'all like the live, share the love. I am grateful for understanding this morning. I can't even make it up, and I ain't gonna talk about all of it, but let me just tell y'all something. I'm grateful for understanding this morning. I'm grateful for clarity this morning. I want to drop this in the chat. I'm determined. I am determined. Okay. I am determined, as well as deja vu. What are we talking about today? I told y'all the other day we were going to be talking about patterns as well. So that's what this deja vu is talking about. And of course, we is going to go to scripture. Okay. Great morning, KFK. Great morning. So we finna talk about deja vu. Anybody ever feel like there's stuff that repeats in your life? Anybody feel like you be going through the same experiences? I had one yesterday. Anybody feel like they going through the same thing? Like do you ever just look and see, number one, do you ever just look at things that you may be doing, patterns that you may be repeating in your life? I found my when the Lord put this on the say that first. When he put this on the calendar, he had pointed out a pattern that I find myself going back to at certain times. And so, but he's also shown me, like yesterday, I had an experience, but it was also another pattern. It was also like deja vu, like, child, I didn't been here before. It was like a whole experience, but it was an experience that I feel like I have already had. A lot of very similar things. Sometimes the characters change, right? Sometimes it be different people that you experience the patterns with. So the two things that the Lord wants me to point out is, number one, what do you find yourself, or do you find yourself going back to a specific thing when things get challenging? Look, and my signal, my service is going in and out, y'all. I don't know why. Let me try to get some service. Hold on. I hope this ain't blowing in the phone too bad, but it's already cutting up. Already. And we just got started. It's already acting up. Why, Lord? I know, look, I know it's going in and out, y'all. I don't know why. I hope this ain't blowing in the phone too bad, but it's already cutting up. So if it cuts up, go across the street. That's all I can tell you is go across the street, because right now it's clearly going to do whatever it want to do today. I'm just finna told y'all, okay? Um, very much alive and well. Um, it was a very interesting day. in the vein of me, I've told y'all this the other day, in the vein of like the Lord making you remove things and release things that can be holding you back. As I get ready to step into my 44th chapter on Friday, um, I am grateful for the things that the Lord has to show me that could keep me from my greatness. Let me just say that. So he's pointing out patterns. He's pointing out things that will replay in your life. But can anybody just drop this in the chat? I'm stronger now. Are there some things that maybe have been in repeat or on repeat in your life, but you realize after you go through the experience that you're actually stronger now? So it may hurt you. Don't get me wrong. It may hurt a little bit. It may hurt a lot of bit, but do you realize that you're actually stronger now? And so you don't, even though you can see this happening, like I said, the characters may change, right? But the pattern is still the same. It's like a tactic. And so I experienced this in my own life yesterday. Whether it's family, whether it's friends, you have to, like, when you can recognize something, do you realize that because of the fact that you've gone through certain patterns, you're stronger now than you were the first couple, 6, 7, 11 times that you went through it. So that was one of the things the Lord was pointing out. Like, yes, it may hurt when you have to experience something, but you're stronger now. You're stronger now because of it. And for some of you, come on, guys, something that you're finna get ready to experience, if you haven't already, is just like I talked about yesterday, no matter who and no matter what, if the Lord has given you a vision, if he has told you something, no matter who it is, no matter if folks think you crazy, no matter if people think you don't know what you're doing, no matter what, you have got to stay committed to what the Lord has told you to do. And so as I found myself going through my own experience yesterday, um, it made sense, and I understood it even more as I was getting ready for the message. I'm not gonna say that it doesn't. Sometimes it'll trip you out a little bit, right? But the other, on the flip side of that, let me just, because I had to talk to my dad about this last night. And this is just truestory.com, and we finna go to scripture, right? But I need you to recognize that even things are generational. A lot of the patterns and experiences that we go through are generational. So uh, before, when my mama today, it just so happens that all of this is happening at a time, which is significant for me. Today is a significant day. 17 years ago today, y'all, my mama went to glory, right? She went home. And so I found myself yesterday having an experience that was something that was a repeat from something that me and my sister went through with my mama when she was about this age, right? My mama transitioned when she was 46. Yeah, so she was 46 when she went to glory, right? But I also remember, like yesterday, I had an experience that made me remember that I had gone through the very same thing. The difference was it was me and my sister dealing with my mom versus now, like me and my children, and just kind of going through experiences with them. And I see just different things, different patterns, different things that have been on repeat in my life. Now, thank God for God, I will say this, my mama, she was going through some things. And so but I understand now what she was going through, because I've now experienced the very same thing. Thank you, dearest one. I'm very much healed from my mama's transitioning, so that it doesn't really affect me the same way. I'm so grateful for that. I told her that this morning. But I'm just noticing different patterns, different cycles, different things you go through with different people in your life, and it feels like deja vu, like we didn't been here before. So that was what the Lord was bringing. He's like, pay attention to, for some of you, the things that you go back to when things are challenging, the things that you repeat, whether it could be a mindset, like things that you're repeating in your mind. What patterns may be keeping you from moving forward. Another thing for me is it's like the Lord saying you got to trust me. And so what I was telling y'all, I think Sunday, I almost made a mistake and I almost went back to something that the Lord said, I didn't bring you to this point for you to go back and do something that I've been told you wasn't good, wasn't enough for you. Just allow, so you have to, he's wanting us to pay attention to how we oftentimes will be on repeat, but not understanding that us keeping ourselves on repeat is what's keeping us stuck. Drop this in the chat. I ain't gonna be stuck. I'm not going to stay stuck. I'm not going to stay stuck. Okay. Um, so pay attention. Like you got to understand a lot of times we'll be like, we'll think it's the enemy, but we got to take accountability for how we can keep ourselves stuck in patterns and keep ourselves stuck in situations and doing things that are not the best for us. We're not going to stay stuck. We're going to acknowledge the things that we're doing to keep ourselves in certain patterns. Okay. Let's talk about scripture this morning. The Lord took me to the book of Romans. He took me to the book of Romans. Romans 12. Romans 12 is where we're going. 12 and 2. Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Okay, by changing the way you think. I didn't cheat on her. Y'all, this is her. I don't know what this is. Celsi Nim. I ain't cheat on her today. I actually got her today. You was mad because I had cheated. I didn't cheat. I wasn't cheating though. I had just had to get something else. I couldn't fool with you yesterday, but we back to get. She had gotten her feelings yesterday. She was a little mad because she felt like I was cheating on her, and I ain't even do that. I just had to get. I wasn't able to talk to you, or just I wouldn't. So calm your nervous system. Don't do that. Mm-mm. Well, let's do it. Let's get to it. So we're not going to copy. We're not going to continue to copy. And I know this talks about copying things in the world, but this is also about us understanding, like y'all, we ain't fent to keep doing the same things, because baby, we are not trying to stay in the same position. So whatever it is that maybe you feel like has been on repeat in your life, how are we going to change that? How are we going to move forward? How are we going to stop repeating the same cycles? Okay. Great morning, Chris Curls. Great morning. Thank you so much for your support, dearest one. I'm so truly grateful. Great morning, Jared. Great morning, y'all. Like the live share the love. All to do it. Let's get to it. Let's see what we got, y'all. I got the reprint, so we're gonna use a word in the wilderness today. We're gonna use a word in the wilderness deck. We're gonna see what else is coming out. Let's do it. Let's get a word. Let's see what kind of guidance we need to receive insofar as not repeating patterns in our lives. It's not repeating patterns. Because baby, I got to get unstuck. I can't be in the same, I can't keep doing the same thing. I got to do some things a different way. Great morning, dearest one. Great morning. Psalm 52:8, but I am like an olive tree flourishing in the house of God. I trust God's unfailing love forever and ever. Amen. Drop this in the chat. I'm going to flourish. Now, which part? Can I just tell somebody this? Can you just be encouraged that I can I can if I want to. Um I need you. I don't want you to be, I want the goal for you to be to try to prove to someone that you're going to flourish. I want somebody to understand this. Don't let anybody, I don't care who it is, don't let anybody compare your journey to anyone else's journey. Your journey is your own. And a lot of you, as you're stepping into these new adventures, I'm gonna say this again, I'm gonna reiterate it. The pushback that you're going to receive is probably going to come from the people that are closest to you, right? And I need you to not be discouraged. Don't you compare your journey. Don't you compare what the Lord has spoken into your spirituals to anybody else's journey. Okay. I need everybody to just say, I'm going to flourish. Okay. I'm going to flourish in spite of people who don't believe in my gifts, my talents, my skills, my abilities. You may not believe in my vision. You might guess what? I heard yesterday that I'm crazy. I'll be crazy. I'll be crazy for the Lord. I'm not going to stop following him. I'm not going to go and do and be just like everybody else just because I'm not going to be stuck. What do I mean by that? Come on, God. I'm not going to be stuck. I'm not just because, let me tell you, who is this? Come on, Lord. Do you realize that you're the first? Do you realize there that a lot, and I said this the other day because I heard a message that talked about it. Do you realize that a lot of people that you are the example because there's so many people? I asked my son this, y'all, because this is me, full transparency. I don't have no secrets, and I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat it and make it seem like everything is all gravy, baby, just because I'm on this journey. Do my children agree with what I'm doing? No, they do not. They think I'm crazy. They think that I need to go get a job because I live in my car. They think that because they don't think that they don't understand that I'm on a walk with the Lord. They don't understand what I'm doing. They think that I need to go be like everybody else. And guess what I'm not going to do? I'm not going first of all, I'm not crazy. But do you understand that yesterday I really got an understanding, and I just don't have anything to hide about it. My children are fantastic and I love them more than they will ever be able to understand. But I need somebody to understand this right here. Number one, we just say this and agree? I'm not who I used to be. Can anybody drop that in the chat? I'm not who I used to be. I didn't understand all of this. Come on, 611. 6 was 60. Come on. The spirit of the Lord is upon me, right? I didn't understand why all of these things were happening, but the Lord had to show me some things. Let me just say this. I'm not crazy. Okay. I'm not who I used to be. And you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to allow anybody. I will say this. I did things and I made decisions that were not always the best, right? Which put my children in some predicaments and situations that was not good for them because I've admitted this, unhealed, toxic, unhealthy, right? And as a result of that, my children and I have healing to do. Can I be transparent about that? We do. I've done healing with my oldest daughter, but my other two children, we got healing to do. Why? Because they don't agree with the decisions. Back in the gap, I don't agree with the decisions I made back then, right? But I was in a completely different place. But can I just get somebody to say today and stand on this? I'm not who I used to be. And although we got to do our healing, and although you may be mad about the decisions that I made 11 years ago, I said this to y'all not long ago. I'm not gonna let nobody try to make me feel bad or try to punish me about something that the Lord has already forgiven me for. Does that make sense to somebody? So I need you to be encouraged and understand as you are moving into this new cycle, people, it doesn't matter who it is. People will try to remind you of who you used to be. Baby, I'm the best version of myself that I have ever been. Even if you can't see that, even if you still mad, I love my babies. Even if you still mad about the mama that I used to be, that's not even the mama that you have now. Do you understand? And so I just had to tell my mama in like last night, y'all. Yesterday was a hard day for me. I went through some things. I had to cry some things out. Yesterday I had an Isaac moment insofar because it was the Lord put a decision in front of me. He said, are you going to follow me or are you going to choose to allow them to take you back into something that I've already delivered you from? And I had to walk away and I had to just pray and say, Lord, keep my children covered. But I got to keep following you. I cannot get this journey up for anybody who doesn't understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. You just got to not understand, but you'll understand when you see me prosper. You may have tried to speak death into my businesses and into everything that I'm doing, but it was just a tactic of the enemy. So yesterday was a hard day for me, right? but I had to walk away and just say, Lord, they don't understand because they don't have an example. So here I am trying to be a better example to my children. I'm not on drugs. I'm not drinking. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not any of these things. But I also understand that my children have issues that they're still mad about because of who I was then. Baby, let me tell you, I'm not giving up. And it can, and I heard it yesterday. You'll put the Lord before your children. Yes, I will. I will. I love my children, but I've got to follow the Lord. My children are grown. Do you understand that? So anyway, I after that happened, I was like, man, I feel this is deja vu. Like this is like deja vu. And I didn't even understand it until the Lord, I was getting ready for the message. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm on repeat, right? Because then I started thinking about how, and I recognized it yesterday, like, man, I went through this with my own mama. Y'all, we are the ones who are breaking these generational patterns. Do you understand that? We're breaking generational patterns. Something broke for me yesterday that had been passed down even from my mama. We always we don't I don't know, sometimes it's like maybe we don't realize that it really is so much bigger than us, y'all. If you look back on your life, have you experienced things even now that you saw your mama, your daddy, and somebody else go through? But do you know what I've never seen? I never saw anybody building a business. I've never seen it on my side, and I know on my children's side because I didn't expose them to it. They've never seen anybody try to do anything but work. All everybody knows is job. Get a job, get a job, get a job, get a job. I need somebody to be encouraged that even if they don't believe, not that you're doing it to prove a point to them, but remember that you just understand that you're going to be the example. You're going to be the example by what? By building that business. By what? By doing things different from what everybody else has ever done. You're going to be the example. And don't you let nobody compare your journey to anybody else's. Because this the thing. We ain't had the same upbringing. You don't people don't A lot of people don't know what you had to go through in order to even have the courage to build, to grow, to even take a leap of faith, to follow the Lord. If you've never done that, if someone has never done that, they won't understand the journey. They won't understand. They gonna call you crazy. They gonna think you crazy. They gonna think you don't know what you're doing. Come on, Lord, I received this 66 alignment, going in the right direction. You keep going in the direction that the Lord has sent you in. You gonna have to. You don't, baby. You don't have to believe right now, but I promise you, the day is gonna come when you have some understanding of why things had to go exactly how they went. Even if you don't get it now, even if your family, I don't know who needs this, but don't let your people in them be the reason that you don't continue to pursue your dreams. Okay, you gonna have to keep walking down the path that the Lord has given you. Okay, Matthew 6:6. When you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. Okay, thank you for the number 66. We gonna stay in alignment. We gonna keep walking down the path. There's an angel numbers card. This number 66 angel number card that's in my angel numbers deck. It literally shows like some steps, and there's a gate on that particular card. Keep moving in the direction that the Lord has sent you in. Okay. Keep going down, keep going. Why? Because you're the one who's breaking these patterns off of not just you, but your generations after you as well. If you have children, if you have nieces or nephews that are watching you try to be and become the best version of yourself, just keep listening. You got to be the example, because if you're the first, we talked about that the other day, you're the first to do it. So yeah, they think you crazy because you're going after something, but who else have they seen do it? Nobody. They ain't seen nobody else do it. So of course they think you crazy because they don't know anybody that owns a business. They don't know anyone who's ever been successful at trying to accomplish something. Okay. So that's it. Your happiness is the fuel for your creativity. So go in the direction the Lord is calling you and be happy about it. Even if you ain't got you, as long as keep your happy on full. Drop that in the chat. I'm gonna keep my happiness on full. I'm not going to allow other people's negativity to dampen my spirits. I'm not going to allow how other people feel about what the Lord has told me. How my full tank. Is my happiness a full tank? Okay. So I know sometimes, and I don't be understanding y'all until the Lord just takes me through something. He be like, see, do you understand? Keep your happiness on a full tank of happiness. I can't, because what? I cannot. And some of you, and this is why I know, and I'm so grateful. Thank you, Lord. Let me just give God some glory because I didn't, no matter what happens, I'm like, man, I'm not finna let this change me. You ever went through something and it's something you done went through before, and then all of a sudden your energy is off, or like you just feel different, maybe unmotivated. Now you in your feelings. I had to shake that off, baby. I say, this happiness is gonna stay on a full tank. It's gonna stay on a full tank because I'm not going to allow anyone to try to deter me from the vision that the Lord has given me. Okay, so keep going, keep going. Okay, what else? Not today, baby. And I'm just say this. I feel like all of this happened because remember I told y'all that for 10 years, this day, I was depressed because of this day, right? When my mama transitioned, my birthday is on Friday, 17 years ago on this day, I used to be in my feelings. And I was in major depression for like 10 years after that. Baby, come on, Psalm 37:7. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him, right? We gonna wait. We gonna continue to do what the Lord is asking us to do. And so I think that all of this was it. That's what it feel like. Was it because they thought I was gonna be triggered because of what today is? Man, I celebrate my mama's transition because do y'all know how much help my mama then gave me in the spirituals? Do you know that she is my guardian angel? Like I'm like, man, my mama, she's helping me to understand some things in the spirit. And so I don't, now this day doesn't trigger me the way that it used to. I can celebrate it because I know that she's still here doing everything she can, even being on the other side of on the in the spirituals, right? Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret when people succeed in their ways, when they carry out their wicked schemes. Told y'all, I'm trying to told y'all right now. Drop this in the chat. It won't. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I'm telling y'all. I can't even make it up. The puzzle pieces coming together, the understanding coming together. This morning on Bible Clarity, I said I'm so grateful for understanding. But none of these tactics, none of these schemes, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work because this is how you know that you've broken a pattern. Come on, God. This is how you know you've broken a pattern because it doesn't take you down through there anymore. It doesn't put you in your feelings. I cried my eyes out yesterday. True story. I cried and cried and cried until all I could say was, Lord, just give me strength. Because sometimes you don't expect where you don't, and why? Because sometimes you don't expect where the weapons are coming from. Does that make sense to somebody? But I need you to be encouraged. And all I could do was cry, get it out my system. I don't care who saw me. I had to grieve it. I had to release it. And I say, Lord, and okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back because I'm not going to let it distract me. Sometimes you got to have that cry. Sometimes that's the thing, y'all. It don't be about the weapon. Sometimes it's about where the weapon is coming from. And yesterday a weapon came against me from the most unexpected place. And I just was so in awe. Like y'all, I was hurt. I was hurt. Like I can't even tell y'all how hurt I was. But at the end of the day, because it came from two different places. One of them, not so unexpected, but the other one, I was just like, wow. But I had to release it. I had to release it, and I said, Lord, it's not going to change it's not going, I'm like, y'all. So if the Lord, some of you, you may be going through this cleansing, this purging. I know why it's happening. Why? First of all, my birthday on in a couple of days. Second of all, you got to understand, like the enemy don't care who he gives the weapon to. Does that make sense? So if you having to do some releasing, purging, letting go, whatever you want to call it, cutting cords, you some cords you're not gonna cut. But baby, let me told you, if the Lord is, I feel like he's cleansing us and he's making us aware, like, listen, have you been strengthened through this? Because this the thing, patterns, right? You done been through this before, but you're stronger now. Remember that you're stronger now. So no schemes, no traps, no tricks, no snares, no deception. This, it's not going to work. Okay. It's not going to work. Okay. I let a friend do my hair. I thought she was my friend, but no one who is my friend. Child, listen, it's just not going to work. And you cry about it. Cry. Because that's, I really feel like that's what he's doing, right? I feel like he's like all these things that are happening. It's like he's purging, he's removing, he's making me release things, he's making me, it's strengthening me. Because when those, come on God, when those weapons come against you from the places that you never would have expected them, do you understand how strong that makes you? Because you got to stay, you still got to stand on the Lord. At the end of the day, you still got to stand on the Lord. And so I need somebody to understand that. Don't get in your feelings. Don't be mad. Just release it, cry it out. And after I was done crying, I was like, okay, I'm good. Thank you, Lord, for strengthening me. That because what else can you do? I'm not finna let it take me down through there and put me in my feelings and all of a sudden, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not. I've done that so many times. I'm not doing that in this season. The growth in people that he is cleansing from my atmosphere, purging, cut them off. That's what Cherie said. Baby, these weapons, they no weapon. That's just no weapon. Okay. Yo, you dropped a word last week about receiving a blessing of overflow. That call happened yesterday. Congratulations. Y'all drop some congratulations in the chat. Okay. Congratulations, dearest one. Ash said, I lost everyone, but I'm seeing why God removed them. Do you understand? That's why that season of isolation. And we might talk more about that, but congratulations, dearest one, for everyone who is receiving. If you've received any overflow, congratulations. I'm so grateful that you received it and you deserve it, and wishing and praying that you have much, much more coming in. Listen, good. Tears of joy, okay? Tear. When did I say this? I did. Somebody had a message, and I just said this the other day. Baby, them tears you cried before, them tears of sorrow are the ones that watered your promise. And now that you crying tears of joy, won't the Lord do it? Won't he do it? Tell me, y'all, man, this is why I listen. You feel how you want to feel. I know all of us have a promise. All of us have something that the Lord is bringing in. We just got to be patient, be still, and wait on the Lord. And don't let whatever these schemes are, whatever these don't let nobody deter you. You deserve every blessing coming into your life. Okay. Period. What else? That's so exciting. I love to hear positive stories, y'all. Um, King of Cups, speaking of emotions, right? Every person when I don't care if it's a big blessing, if it's the call you waiting for, the text message, the email, the communication, I'm so grateful that that you'll receive exactly what it is. I tell y'all, man, let me just say this. Yesterday, like I said, it was a day, but I feel like it was a test. And I told the Lord, I failed in some respects. Let me keep it a buckles. I failed in one respect, but it was like this last ditch. Like, let me just do everything I can um, to try to do everything I can. So I failed, I feel like, in one respect, but I also feel like I passed because I feel like it was a real Isaac moment for me. And although most people wouldn't understand that, it made me understand, like, man, the Lord is getting ready to give me something to celebrate. And sometimes I think the Lord, um, he'll have to test your commitment. He'll test your commitment before your breakthrough. Does that make sense for somebody? Like, you ever felt like your tests are to test your commitment to your commitment to the Lord, your commitment to what you're doing? Do you idolize? Come on, idols. That's what they just said. Like, do you have any idols? I hope that made sense. And I'm trying to, like, I'm not, y'all know, I'm trying to understand what he's giving me. But sometimes we'll make things in our lives idol things in our lives idols. We'll put them, come on, God, we'll put other things before the Lord. And I think yesterday was a test to see what I put even my children before him. But I know that what I'm doing, ultimately, even if they don't understand it or agree, I know that what I'm doing for the Lord is going to help so much more than just my children. um this is what I'm doing, whether they understand it or not, is so much bigger than they can even like grasp the concept of. And so I feel like that a lot of us, we have the testing that's happening before the overflow, before the abundance, before the breakthrough. So I hope that made sense for somebody. King of Cups, emotionally available, stable, emotionally calm. This is a very emotional card. But let me just say this. I feel like a lot of us, the test as well is not allowing your emotions to control you and not making decisions from an emotional place. I definitely feel like that's something else that the Lord is making sure, that he wants to make sure that we have our emotions under control. That doesn't mean, again, that you're not going to go through your times where you're going to cry or you're going to feel sad or you need to really have a release that way. But it's also not making decisions from an emotional place. And so I feel like, come on, Lord, I feel like for a lot of you, what's happening is that's what's going to help you to flourish, because you're learning how to get your emotions under control. Have your moment, right? Have your moment. Cry your tears, whatever you need to do, have your release. But once you've done that, you got to keep it moving. So I feel like for some of us, that's the test that's happening, to make sure we stay clear-headed, level-headed, to make sure that we don't make decisions from an emotional place. And so I hope that helps somebody. And Lord, I hope you pass that test. It's not the easiest thing to do, because when you got stuff going on, it's like the first thing you want to do is is deal with it emotionally. Don't do it. Okay. Thank you for the follow, dearest one. Y'all like the live, share the love. Taking care of my body, cleansing. I keep stalling or putting off on clean showers, just not, I don't know what that means. Okay. Um, and when I leave here, that's why I didn't even get fancy today, child. I got to go to the gym this morning, switching up and doing things different. Normally, I go in the evening, but I just feel the call to go this morning, so I'm going in the morning. So, um, look at my honey one and one. That my honey one of y'all, balance, okay, balance, an emotionally secure and balanced place. Some of us are learning how to balance out our emotions. What else? Ole do it. Okay. Look, it's a not look, not the king and the knight. OMG. So this isn't a proposal. This talks about affectionate. This is shooting your shot, following your heart, because that's ultimately the thing. You don't you the Lord, only the Lord knows what you're praying about in your secret place, right? Only the Lord knows like what your heart, the desires of your heart. Thank you, Lord. Only the Lord knows the desires of your heart. But you got to be able to be willing to follow your dreams, follow your passions. You got to be willing to go on this journey and this adventure. It comes with emotional highs and lows. It really does. Who was I was talking to or talking about yesterday? That might have been y'all. And I think I was talking about like experiencing the highs and lows as you go through this journey, as you do something, like you put something out and you have like a spiritual high. But then I think it was on Bible Clarity, was it? I think so. But it's just like, so for some of you, that's what's happening, releasing the old baggage, releasing the emotions. So you can make room. Can drop this in the chat. I'm making room. Okay. I'm making room. I'm making room for the things that the Lord, for my dreams. I'm making room for the connections. I'm making room for the people, because I feel like that's what's happening with this purging. It's like we're going to have more space. We're going to have more room to hold the blessings. We're going to have more room to hold the abundance. We're going to have, you can't get new abundance if you hold on to old energy, old emotions. So we making room. Okay. So commit to that. Even if it's hard, that's why you got to release it. We got to make room. Why? So we can be on full tank. Come on, Lord, we receive it. Okay, we receive that. And yeah, sometimes be mindful, because if you that's why you got to deal with these emotions and face these emotions. Even if it hurts, you got to because we got to get on full, baby, and that's just it. Okay. That's my next what? Thank you. I don't know what you mean. The magician. Come on, Lord. Why? Because we're in creation kind of energy. The Lord has given us something that he wants us to give birth to. We had the Empress the other day. Come on, Six of Pentacles, and then the Page of Cups was up under that. This is about, I told you about your dreams. You making room for your dreams. This is the king. The only thing that's not out here is the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and it's like going in descending order, because it's going King, Knight, Page. And that's the way. The only thing that's not out here, look at the Ten of Cups as well, is the Queen of Cups. So this is the gift. It's a gift. Come on, God. It's a gift, y'all. When the Lord starts removing things out of your life, it don't always feel like that. But for a lot of you, you're going to find that the things that are being removed from your life, albeit temporarily, everyone and everything may not be gone forever. They just may be gone for now. But some of you, it's like the Lord is trying to make space in your life, in your heart as well. Because come on, God, I really feel like what he's doing is he's making more room for him in your heart. Does that make sense for somebody? Like, he's making more room for him. It's why he's pointing out the things that maybe we have too much of an I'm not saying that you shouldn't have an emotional attachment to your children. I'm not saying that, because of course we do. But it's also understanding that you may be, come on, God, you may be holding on to like pain in your heart, and he wants to replace it with happiness. He wants to replace it with love. He wants to replace it with more of him, so that you won't carry this old pain, this old energy. Remember that we're purging as we're breaking these patterns and breaking these cycles. It's like we're breaking these and releasing these things so we can make more room for him in our hearts. I'm hearing heart posture. So I feel like that's what he's working on. It's like the biggest thing in your heart needs to be the Lord. So I hope that makes sense for somebody. Okay. He wants us to focus. Absolutely. To focus on creating, to focus on building, to focus on what it is that he's trying to help us to give birth to. Focus on our happiness. Look, happiness on full. Look, there go my other baby. That's my oldest daughter, y'all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Right. To focus on what is which part? Has anybody, I was a teenage mom, right? I had my oldest baby, this baby. I had her 3 days after I turned 17. Her birthday is on Monday. So has anybody, whether you were a teenage mom or not, has anybody ever have you, how do I say that? You ever found yourself, or some of you in this stage where your happiness needs to be the priority? Like me, I've always had to be responsible for somebody else. Since I was 13 years old, I was taking care of someone. And so, do you realize that a lot of us right now, we're just at the point, or the Lord we're at the point where you can actually focus on your happiness, your dreams, what it is that actually makes you feel fulfilled. I've been responsible since I was 10, and I'm tired. This is the first time ever. And true story. Without feeling bad, Queen, without feeling bad. Do you realize that a lot of us, okay, how can I say this? OMG. Just, I don't even know who needs this message, but listen. It's time for you to focus on your happiness. Some of us ain't no spring chickens, okay? When you get to a certain point in your life where you got to realize you only got so much time ahead of you, but you might have a lot more behind you. So at what point do you start focusing on, like me, I had to raise children, I was taking care of other people in my life. There was never an opportunity for me to focus on just me, my happiness, what fulfills me, like, because I always had a responsibility. But this is the first time that I really, like, my son, he's almost 18 years old. So I'm not responsible for any children right now. So when he's as he's staying with his dad, as I'm on this walk, right? This is the first time that I'm actually able to just do something that makes me happy. And can we just drop that in the chat? I'm a focus on my happiness, because a lot of us, we have not been afforded the opportunity to pursue things. If you were a parent, you had to focus on the children. If you're a wife or a husband, you had to maybe focus on your spouse. So this is the first time for a lot of us that you're able to finally say, I wasn't able to do this because I had to put some things on the back burner. I wasn't able to pursue this dream. I wasn't able to go after this because I had life. I had to live life. I had to do some other things. But this is the time for a lot of us to focus on our happiness. And do you understand that it's so crazy that people will be mad? Listen, sorry, not sorry. Do you know people will be mad because all you trying to do is be happy? Like, how do somebody be mad because you trying to be happy? Because you are trying to live a life that you want to be content and happy with. How can somebody be mad about you trying to create happiness for yourself? Like, that is the craziest thing. That just goes to show other people who are not happy with their lives. I can't do nothing about you changing your life. You stay how you want to stay. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna focus on being happy. Because if not now, when? Why? You want me to sit up and feel like you feel? I ain't gonna be able to do it, baby. I'm gonna go after what makes me happy. And when you got grown children, baby, I'm just gonna keep it a buck, because I love my children. My children ain't living for me. They're not living their life to please me. They're doing whatever they want to do. So do you understand? The Lord had to check me in my spirituals about this yesterday. He say, I know you doing what you're doing for your children, but your children are living their lives for them. They're not living their lives for you. So a lot of it's like he had him having to give me that understanding. He was like, it's not what you're doing. Yes, it's going to be beneficial, but you got to focus on doing what you want to do, what makes you feel happy. Why? They not living their life to please me. They're not. I'm not mad because I don't want them to. Does that make sense? I do not want my children to live their lives for me. Please don't. Go after your own happiness. Love who you want to love. Be with who you want to be with. Don't live, because all I'm going to do is sit back and because guess what I can't do? I can give you advice if you choose to allow me to talk to you. If you don't, you going to have to, guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to go through the experience, and then then you'll come back and you'll be like, years down the line. This has happened, right, with my oldest girl. After you go live a little bit of life, after you go experience some things, that's when, just like I can say it now with my own mama, like, man, mama, I ain't know what I was doing back then, but when you look back and now I got children, and I understand some of the things that my mama that I didn't understand when I was a kid. I didn't understand what my mama was trying to make me understand then. But Lord, after you have some children and they take you through a thing or two, I realized yesterday, I was like, man, I had a moment. I told my dad this yesterday, and I'm talking about my stepdad, not my real dad. I told my dad this yesterday. I say, man, I couldn't do nothing. Was like, I'm sorry, mama. I'm sorry. Because, baby, listen, I wasn't no bad child. But baby, listen at me. The things I understand now, I think all of us, maybe it's just me. I'm sure it's not. Anybody ever get a certain age and then you want to buck? You want to, now that some of us are a little older. You remember when you were a teenager and you just thought you had all the answers and you knew everything, and all of a sudden now you was ready to buck? Did anybody ever buck on their parents? I did. I bucked on my mama, and she chased me outside and was ready to beat me up. My old true story. My oldest baby bucked when she was 17. She bucked. My baby girl, she bucked a couple years ago. This might have been last year. No, it was a couple years ago. She bucked for the first time. My son bucked for the first time yesterday. Can I just tell y'all this? I'm gonna tell y'all a true story because I'm always gonna tell you the truth. Y'all, if you have children, you ever have to remind your children? I had to remind my son just yesterday. I love y'all know I love my children. But I had to remind my son, like, who you talking to? I ain't say it so nice. This is a true story. I'm honest about me. I told y'all she in there. This, that, when you think you finna buck, you better remember who I am. One of them kind of moments I had to go full mama. I had to remind him that I'm not one of your little homeboys, your little friends. I'm not one of them, baby. I told my son yesterday, true story, y'all. I told my son yesterday, I said, baby, I will pull up on you and show you and remind you who I am. Don't play with me. True story, y'all. Like, your children get to a certain age, ain't never did nothing, and they think they know everything. Baby, you just wait. You just wait. Baby, listen. I'm talking about had a whole mama moment. I was cussing and everything. I did. I gave him the whole business because what you not gonna do, you better remember who you talking to. You ain't never. I will pull up on you. I will pull up on you and I will show you that I'm still about that life. Don't get it twisted with me. I talk like real talk, y'all, and I apologize and I had to ask the Lord for forgiveness because my mouth got real ignorant. But I had to I was like, hold it. What? I had one of them. I told y'all yesterday was a challenging day, and I had such an amazing day. Cause what you not gonna do, what you anyway, I had the most great start to the day, and I knew message. I knew when it was getting ready to go left, the Lord said this, a distraction. I say, I know, but I got to go do it. But I'm so grateful for yesterday because number one, some things got to be said that it's his healing. Come on, Lord. The things that needed to be said were finally said. I already know how my children have felt about my decisions and the things that I'm doing. I know they don't understand. And I'm not mad because it gave them the opportunity. It gave me an opportunity to see what I needed to see, but it gave them an opportunity to say some things that they've been holding on to. I don't want them to hold on to it. The Lord is causing me to purge. I want y'all to purge. So you're not holding on to that same pain, that same anger. I want you to experience so you can heal. I don't want my children to go. I don't want them to be, you can be mad, you ain't gonna understand it. But eventually, when the Lord finishes doing what he's doing, when he finishes this great work in me that he's doing, you will understand why I had to make every decision, why I had to do everything. You will not understand when you're a teenager, but you will understand when the Lord has accomplished this great work that he's having me to do. And so I had that moment yesterday, and then I woke up this morning and I say, Lord, I'm grateful that it happened. I'm grateful that they're able, because I want my children to do the healing. I want you to tell me that you mad, like you mad about me uprooting you. I know, son, I'm mad, but I still have to follow the Lord. Like, I hope somebody understand this, that it really does take strength, y'all. I need somebody to know that it really does take strength in order to walk this walk, in order to go against what everybody else believes, in order to go against what everybody else thinks, even when it's who? The little children. Okay. Even when it's them, I have to be obedient to the Lord. I have to be. So I need you to so someone be strengthened. Pray for strength. Pray for the Lord. Pray for the strength to break these patterns. And eventually your children are going to understand why you had to do this. Why they not until they get, because do you realize that eventually the Lord going, right now he may not have called them. My children didn't go to church, but eventually they gonna get called and they gonna have to go on their own journey. Just like we didn't understand when our parents were trying to tell us, eventually your children gonna have to go on their own journey, and they not gonna understand it until after they go through some things. Okay, after they go there, after they live a little life, they'll understand. So don't worry about it now, even if it's them. I don't know who needs this, but somebody's gonna go after and pursue your happiness. Whether this for some of you, and this ain't my situation, so for some of you, it's about maybe you finally finna start dating again, or a lot of times your children won't accept your person that you're dating because they might be mad at you because you ain't with they mama or they daddy anymore. Telling y'all, man, like people real deal don't know what people be struggling with. I'm telling you, like, people, all of us have different experiences with our families, with our children. But just know that the Lord is going to strengthen you through this journey. Okay. Just know that you got to focus on your happiness, even if other people feel like you shouldn't. Okay. Because it's time. It's time for you to do you. What else? That's it for these. What else? We almost done. Yeah, I feel like that. And we finna close it out. What else? Which one? Let's get some angel numbers since we were talking about it. Um, Oh, let's do it. Let's see what we got. Yeah, because I feel like that's it. We're gonna be strengthened. We're gonna continue to pursue our dreams. We're gonna continue to do what the Lord has asked us to do because it's time. If you drop this in the chat, it's overdue. Okay, it's overdue. Us being here is confirming He's been helping us. Period. Trying to tell you, like, man, I said that yesterday. I was like, if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't even be here. My happiness is overdue. Me being able to pursue something, I don't care. Even if you don't believe that it's going to be a multi-billion-dollar company, guess what? I'm not going to stop believing it. So I'm doing it because it makes me happy. My happiness is overdue, so I'm going to pursue it. Okay, I'm going to pursue it because I deserve to do that. I deserve, and so do you. Like, you deserve to make yourself happy. And sometimes it's as simple as, if I want to go get my nails done, my hair done, a mani pedi, if I want to go buy something for myself, do what makes you happy. Okay. If it had not been for the Lord on my side, tell child, listen. If man, listen, I don't even know where I would be right now if it wasn't for the Lord protecting me and leading and guiding me. And man, listen, if any, I don't know who feel like that, but if it wasn't for, all I can say is, if it wasn't for the Lord, if it wasn't for the Lord. Okay. What else? Oh, let's do it. Let's get some angel numbers. Here we go. What we got? We have the number 44 that's coming in and 444 at the bottom of the deck, and the Lord up under that. Okay, so we receive it, Lord. This talks about your ancestors working behind the scenes. You're not alone. Spirit guides are near, ask for help, and you have support. Okay, most importantly, of course, we have support from the Lord. He's always, where would I be without him? Where would I be without him? What would my life look like right now? Who I need to tell somebody that? I thought we talked about that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just be okay. You're not, you just know this is the best version of you, and we're continuing to evolve into the best version of ourselves. And so just remember that that's the goal. The goal is to evolve into the best version of you, even if other people can't see that about you. The way they're showing, they're giving me an example of, like, I don't want to say manipulate, but you ever do you, like, you really are the best version of yourself now, but do you realize, like, that people can't even see what, like, see past their anger? People can't see past their hurt sometimes to see that you truly are the best version of yourself. I hope this is tracking for somebody, but it feels like you don't want, like, don't feel like you're so much better than who you used to be. And I know we talked about this earlier, but it's like you're so much better than who you used to be. um because the Lord really has done a work in and through us. And so just know that, like, don't let anybody try to discourage you from continuing to be great. I hope that makes sense, because the Lord really has, like, created a new person, right? You're a new you, as we talked about. I don't know if it was, which one is on, like, so don't let that be the seed of doubt that's sown into your mind, because you're so much better than who you used to be. I hope that made sense for somebody. Thank you, Lord. And that's the encouragement he's given. He's like, now I've created a new you. He's done a new, it's a new you, especially when you've given your life to the Lord. So this is the best you've ever been. If you in law, if you walking with the Lord, this is the best you ever been in your life. And there are people who are not going to accept this version of you, because this version of you stands strong. You stand firm on who you are now, right? So I hope that makes sense for somebody. What else? Yeah, like, don't you know that you're a better person. You know that this is like new me, who this, right? New me, who this. So just know that 211 wanted to flip over, receiving praise and recognition, hidden knowledge being revealed in alignment with your assignment. So I saw that number just this morning. It was in, what scripture was it? I don't even know, but I saw it this morning on something. Okay, I'm back. And 222 as well. What else? Somebody, your support gonna show up just when you need it. Okay, your support is going to show up just when you need it. Oh, I got to talk. Okay, thank y'all. Listen, let me say this right now. Mm. You don't have to speak on everything, but also understand this. Don't let somebody paint a narrative of you that is not true. Some of y'all, you gonna have to be willing, because okay, like, because what, not saying nothing, some of you sometimes, we in this may, listen, you done gave people a lot of passes. Okay, let me say this. Thank you, Lord. You have given people a lot of passes. You have allowed people, and this is no judgment, because a lot of us do this because it goes back to not being confrontational. Like, you don't want to just, like, you don't want to make people mad. Just be very mindful, y'all. Like, you better be willing to stand up for yourself. Don't let nobody paint a narrative of you that is not true. Some of you, you're going to have to stand up and just be like, listen, you might could have thought that that's what, like, some people, man, why is it okay? Don't ain't nobody finna just lie on you and try to paint a picture of you that's not true. Some of you, you're gonna have to stand up for yourself. And it may be the craziest thing. Like, you ain't even gonna believe what people will say about you, but you make sure you speak up your truth and speak up and say your truth, okay? Because that's a big part of the problem. A lot of us, we are at a point where you feel like you don't have to defend yourself, but some stuff is so outrageous and outlandish that you're going to have to be like, you know what? Hold on. What you not going to do, okay, is try to paint a picture, a narrative of me and have people thinking things about me. No, you're not gonna do that. Now, I ain't called you on your foolishness like 15 times. You done did this, and I didn't just let it go. Some of you getting ready to have that moment where you're gonna be like, yeah, that was the last time that I'm gonna let you lie on me. That's the last time. You're not gonna pay, you're not gonna continue to do that. And the reason that they're lying is because they're trying to make it look like you're a certain type of way, but you're not. It's really them. Understand it's projection. But some of y'all, there's a point coming where you're gonna have to just be like, now I done let a lot of stuff slide, but you're not gonna keep lying on me. So just know that. Okay. Just know that. I don't know. What else, Lord? 514 that is coming in. You are worthy. Shine your light, coming out of hermit mode. Okay, coming out of hermit mode. Man, somebody, you finna show some folks. And this is not because you're trying to do it, but it's when the Lord brings you out. I don't say I feel sorry for them, but it's some folks that just did not believe that the Lord had his hand on your life. Can you just drop this in the chat? The Lord has his hand on me. Like, do you realize that you are truly walking in favor? Man, listen, it's some folks who just don't even, who so whatever the reason is, like, they blind to the light. They're bringing this in on this number 514, y'all. Like, there's some people that's really getting ready to see the favor that the Lord, like, that you really, like, they finna see the favor on your life, man. Come on. Telling you, this is up under the 420, the God card. Like, people really finna get, like, the Lord really finna bring you out And you know, a lot of times the Lord will keep you hidden. Do y'all know that the Lord showed me that last night? Come on, God. He showed me last night. He was like, you did what you stood up for yourself. You stood on your faith in me, your belief in me. And do y'all know that as soon as that happened, man, when I tell y'all that I was on E, like, yes, when I tell y'all the blessings just started coming in, and I was like, Lord, I was like, I don't know what I was like, I don't know what I just did, but I stand on the Lord. And I was like, Lord, he was like, because I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. Come on, God. You ain't finna have to do nothing. The Lord is finna speak on your behalf. The Lord is getting ready to show them same people who didn't believe, who think you crazy, who think you ain't gonna be about nothing, you can't do nothing, and you're crazy for what the Lord has told you to do. I'm telling you right now, the Lord is finna put you on display. He is getting ready to show people, no, she's the one. No, he's the one that followed my instructions. He's the one. So you ain't even going to have to do it, because we still up here humble and giving all the credit to the Lord, right? We're not even doing anything but just trying to be obedient to what God has told us to do. And as a result of your obedience, come on, blessings for their obedience. As a result of that, the Lord is the one who's getting ready to show them same folks who were discouraging you, who didn't believe. He finna make a believer out of them. I'm telling you, for somebody, the Lord is getting ready to make a believer. For every person who didn't believe that you were listening to the Lord, hearing from the Lord, creating the business, whatever the Lord has told you to do, he finna make a believer out of some people. Them same people gonna have to eat their words like the Lord. And it's not, the Lord is not spiteful in that, but it's simply like, do you realize that you're doing what the Lord asked you to do? You're not doing anything on your own. You just trying to follow the Lord's instructions and what he's told you to do. And he's getting ready to show some folks. Now, if you had to just listen to what I told you to do, if you had to build the business, like I said, some of you're getting ready to surpass some people, and somebody gonna be mad about it. They finna get ready. That's why the enemy coming up against you. So again, these weapons, y'all, be mindful, because the enemy trying to throw everything at you right now. Why? Because your breakthrough is coming. I'm telling somebody, there is some folks that's finna be like, man, I can't even believe how did she do? God, I didn't. God did. And this the thing, you've been telling folks that you ain't been doing nothing all this time. You done said it over and over and over. Man, I'm not doing anything. I'm just doing what the Lord told me to do. And they think you crazy because the only answer you have is the Lord. That's the only answer you have is the Lord. That's it. You don't have another answer. Do y'all know that I've had two different people tell me, true story, when I tell y'all I don't have any other answers for why I'm doing what I'm doing, because God said so. Do you know that I've had like two different people tell me that they don't want to hear that I'm doing what I'm doing because the Lord says so? Two people, y'all. And I'm like, well, then it ain't no conversation. There's no conversation to have. If you don't want to hear me tell you that the Lord did it, the Lord is the reason that I'm doing it, the Lord is the reason that I'm making the moves, and he's the reason that I'm in the position that I'm in, but he's the one that's elevating me. He's the one that's doing all of this. If you don't want to hear that, then we ain't even got nothing to talk about. Like, because it's so crazy, because I don't have any other answer to give. I'm only doing what the Lord has instructed me to do. But some of y'all, like, you gonna have that moment, man, where people, they ain't even gonna want to hear that. They don't want to hear, because they don't want to hear it. And that's how you know, for some of you, that's how you gonna understand that the enemy is working through someone, because the enemy don't want to hear about the Lord. He does not want to hear that the Lord is ordering your steps. He doesn't want to hear that the Lord is blessing you. He doesn't want to hear that the reason that you still living and not in jail and not dead or not got some other stuff going on. He don't want to hear that. Okay. You don't want to hear that. And that's how you'll know when the enemy, and I'm telling you, y'all, I consider myself a rookie in this game, but I've also told y'all that I feel like the Lord has he's fast tracked some learning for me. Does that make sense? There's some things I don't know how other people, how quickly they went through lessons and how they had to deal with stuff, but it's a lot of stuff that I feel like the Lord put me on the fast track, because I was like, Lord, why would I even have understanding of this? Like, I don't know how long it took for other people to have to go through this, but he didn't put me on a fast track of learning some stuff and realizing some stuff and understanding warfare. I don't know if it's the last year that I've spent in the wilderness. I don't know, but the Lord has shown me some things, and I'm just like, there's no way that I can know this, Lord. How would I already know this? It's people who've been a believer for all their lives, and maybe they never went through this. Why I got to go through this? Why are you showing me this? Why are you like, y'all? I cannot make it up, and I ain't got a clue or why, but I just be like, okay, Lord, okay. I can't do nothing but just be like, okay, Lord, because it's some stuff that I have experienced, y'all. And it's just like, Lord, why would I even know this? Why would I even, why did I have this experience? Why come on, God, I talked about just yesterday that, do you realize that when the mantle that the Lord is getting ready to give you, it is going to require strength that you didn't know you needed, strength that you didn't know you had in you. And then all you, because that, why do I for the last couple of weeks I told y'all, I just been like, man, I just been praying for strength. I just been praying for strength. I be praying for strength when I don't even know what I'm praying, what I got to be strengthened for, Lord. What's coming next? I knew something was getting ready to happen. Why? I told y'all I found a quarter yesterday, and whenever my mama show up and my angel send me a quarter, I'm like, something to happen. I ain't even, or day before yesterday, I found the quarter, and sure enough, here it comes. Yesterday was just like a day, and I'm just like, this ain't what I was expecting. However, I just be praying for strength, Lord, because I don't know what's coming. I can feel something. Something finna happen. Something finna go down. I just be praying for strength every day. Just Daddy, just strength. I don't even be tired sometimes. Strength. Why? Because I know, because I'm telling somebody that whatever the Lord is getting ready to give you, this why you done been through them challenges. We talked about this yesterday. This why those challenges have been what they are. The things you've gone through, the Lord, when I tell you, because you finna have some weight. Someone can just drop this in the chat. I'm heavyweight. Heavyweight. The Lord finna take you somewhere, and I don't know who needs this message. And I'm grateful if you are over here getting strengthened and empowered and uplifted and encouraged, because baby, the way the Lord finna put some weight on you. This is you really stepping into who it is that the Lord has destined you to be. Like, you finna carry heavy weight. You already carry heavy weight in the spirit, but some of you are getting ready to understand that you finna be big pressure here on earth, and you ain't even know it, because again, we ain't doing nothing. We're just being obedient to the Lord. But you better know you carry some weight, you carry some power, you carry some authority, not because you got it on your own. You only have it because that's what God has given you. Man, listen, trying to tell you, I hope that helps somebody, because the Lord is just like, you better know the weight you carry. That's why these struggles been so hard. Yep, that's why your challenge has been harder. That's why you got to deal with your dysfunctional family. You got to deal with the people who don't believe. It's why you ain't got a lot of friends, because people don't even know the weight and the responsibility that the Lord is getting ready to give you to carry. Man, come on, because they can't deal with it. 29:11 told y'all, because he knows the plans that he has for you, and they can't even wrap their minds around the fact, for some of y'all, like, people ain't gonna be able to believe what the Lord is going to do in your life, man. But I'm telling you, the Lord finna make somebody eat their words. For you are gonna be you. Whatever he's giving you to do, you're gonna be the one that's gonna make some other folks be like, man, I need to get what they did, how they did. They gonna be coming and asking, gonna have to apologize and say, I'm sorry, I know I didn't believe, but now we see. Can you just tell us what you did? I ain't do nothing. I've been telling you that I didn't do anything. God did. Okay, drop that in the chat. God did. So some of you, because why? This was his plan for your life. This is as simple. It was his plan for your life. It didn't just start today. God did. This is your plan. This is his plan for your life. telling y'all. So you're stepping into that, irregardless of how anybody else feels about it, how what they think, what they got to say, baby. These plans, the Lord is making these plans come together. That's just it. Message. That's just it. You didn't understand why everything felt chaotic. You didn't understand why you had to make these moves the way, but he's starting to bring things together. I tell you that I don't know who needs that message, but I feel like you're seeing this in your life. You're starting to see God bring things together. And you still don't know all the steps, and you ain't going to know all the steps. But he's like, nope, I'm that puzzle piece, whichever one of these it was, that puzzle piece, all the pieces are finally starting to come together. All the pieces are finally starting to come together. Telling you, you finna see it. You can believe that. I don't know. Maybe you're finally starting. We talked about yesterday, connect the dots, baby. You finna see it, and they gonna see it too. You're starting to understand a lot. I know I am. I'm starting to understand why I had to go through so many different trials and tribulations, and why the Lord had to remove me from around certain situations, people, family, everything. Why? Because had he not taken me through that journey, guess what would have broke me? A situation like I had yesterday. Man, listen, because guess what I would have did? Just like I think I've told y'all this before. If the Lord had not strengthened me, come on, God, if he hadn't strengthened me in this journey to be able to say, I hear what you're saying, and I know what everybody else is doing, but that ain't what the Lord told me to do. And because that ain't what the Lord told me to do, I'm gonna have to be different. I'm gonna have to go against the grain. And guess who's gonna be pissed off about it? It's gonna be your children, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, everybody. Amen. They're going to be mad because the Lord didn't tell you to be like them. The Lord didn't tell a lot of you to go and work a 9 to 5. He said for you to go build this business. It's why some of us, the Lord won't let us work. It's why some of us, I just saw the number 1010 as well. I think I put it up, but it's why the Lord, look, I can't make it up. I saw it at the bottom of the deck. And I didn't even put it. I was like, no, I'm not going to pull any more numbers. I'm telling y'all, man, like, you weren't supposed to. They want you to be like everybody else. That's the problem. The Lord needs some of us to be different. He needs us to be different. And that's why, nope, you're not going, you're going to be the business owner. You're going to be the entrepreneur. Nope, he's not going to let you work. Nope. Yeah, he gonna tell you. Y'all know, for some man, look, he finna move. Yeah, sometimes he gonna have to move you from around your people. Why? Because your people will keep you in the stuck cycle the patterns that we're trying to break free from. I receive it, Lord. Break me free. Okay, drop that in the chat. Break me free. I don't want no. No. Does that mean you gonna have some folks mad? Yes, mad. You big mad. You gonna have to be. Break me free. I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want. I'm not. And that's just it. That's just it. Okay. Listen, Sunday said living in my sister's house and tiptoeing. Who has time for that? Y'all, like, who has time? Man, no. I told y'all that people, you can say what you want to say about me and how I'm living. First of all, it's temporary. Second of all, I am at peace. I got peace in my spirituals. Can't nobody tell me what to do. Can't nobody tell nothing. Free. Some people will never understand free. Can't nobody tell me when to go to work, how to go to work, where to go to work. I clock in and clock out when I want to. Very disciplined, as evidenced by I still get up every morning. This morning I was up at 3. Up every morning. I'm more disciplined than people who have a job. I get more done by 12 o'clock. Can anybody just acknowledge this? If you're an entrepreneur, drop some money in the chat. Let's get in the flow of abundance. Can anybody just say, baby, I got more discipline and I work harder than a whole bunch of people who going and clocking in on somebody's job? Why? Because ain't nobody keeping me accountable but the Lord. Get up, Touche. It's time for you. Like, if you have a business, if you're an entrepreneur, do you realize that most of us, we do more by 12 o'clock than some people will do in an entire day? Like I really be like that, y'all. Like I be like, man, it's only 12 o'clock and I done went live. I done posted videos. I done recorded videos. I done made eyeshadow. I done did this. Like sometimes I be looking at my schedule and at 12 o'clock, I'm like, man, I done already worked an 8-hour day. Does anybody ever, do you ever even look at that, your life like that and be like, man, it's 12 o'clock and I done already did 8 hours worth of work. Like, what? And it's people who ain't even getting out the bed till 12. Baby, by the time you getting out the bed, I done already worked a full 8-hour shift. We are not the same. They not like us. They not like us. What? Man, you better come on with it. Cause who? You talking about you done already, baby. By 12 o'clock, I be done went to the gym. I be done all of this, and you ain't even got your day started, baby. We are not the same. Okay, maybe this is what God is really encouraging me to do. Listen, let me tell you, it's the best thing. It ain't gonna be easy, but when I say it's worth it, that's why a lot of people, that's why the Lord got to get you together. He got to get you some discipline in your spirituals, because you got to be up. You up praying. Look, I get up at 4 o'clock. I'm spending the first 2 hours before I go live. I spend 1 hour dedicated to the Lord. I'm sitting, I'm praying, I'm putting my makeup on, I'm getting prepared for the day, I'm talking to the Lord, I'm listening to what He has to say. That's how I start my day every single day. And then it's like, okay, boom, let's go to Bible study. Okay, let's post these videos. Like, baby, listen, the Lord will make you put some discipline in your spirituals. But the thing about it is, can't nobody own what the Lord has blessed you to create. Nobody, you own it. It's yours. And that's what most people don't understand. We'll spend our entire lives. I had a thought about it because my daughter and both of my dads were in the military, right? Thank you to everyone who has served. But I had a thought the other day and I said, do you know that the people who serve in the military get paid less than a lot of minimum wage workers, and they out there serving and putting their lives on the line? Do y'all know how sad that is? Like, they going and putting their lives on the line and they're barely paid for that. They're not paid that because you want me to go, what? That was random. But I thought about that the other day. I say, I understand that it's, different professions that I get it. But man, these people are sad putting their life on the line so we can have a semblance of peace, of safety, which we really don't. But that's not neither here nor there. But I just thought about that. I was like, and then they get out and they have the hardest time trying to acclimate to life. Anyway, random. Shout out to everyone. If you have served, thank you so much for your service. Thank you to my dads. Thank you to my daughter, because they both served as well, or all of them served. Anyway, I'm back to discipline. Yes, if the Lord is calling you, now I'm going to say this, if I can give anybody some business advice, and I'm not all the way where the Lord is taking me, but you trust and believe it is coming, okay? Um, Start disciplining yourself now. One thing, man, I said that too, but I mean that in my spiritual. Sometimes you think a situation, you don't ever think that anything that you go through is not a learning experience. You learn some things. You're gonna learn some things, and one of the first things you got to learn is discipline, because you ain't got nobody telling you to get up and make it happen. You got to get that in your spirituals by your lonesome. When you don't have, like, the Lord he'll make you start being accountable for yourself. So start now. Okay, that's what I would say. Start now. If the Lord is calling you to be a business owner, if He's calling you to be an entrepreneur, you're gonna have to start waking up a little earlier in the morning, because we be up getting it early in the morning. But like I said, by the time most people getting out the bed, if they, depending on what shift they work, baby, we done had a whole day of work. Thank you, dearest one, for the roses. Thank you, honey one. And um, if y'all need a song to listen to, CC Winans, It Wasn't Easy. And it's hard for them to get their benefits. It takes years, and most of them are homeless. Period. I know it is crazy. Look, it wasn't easy, but it's worth it. Right now, I have it's a one song that I've been listening to that she sings. I don't know if she sings it, but or she's I know the version I listen to, she sings it anyway. I'm back. So just make it happen. We're not gonna make excuses. Even this morning, I was like, man, I woke up at 3 and I was just like, okay, Lord, I'm up. Like I couldn't even go back to sleep after that. So I just sat there, talked to the Lord, and at 4 o'clock, I was like, okay, oh, let's do it. Let's. But I was already posting videos. Half of my day is and I done already got so much done. So shout out to all of my business owners who up making it happen early in the morning without because why? Because we own what the Lord has blessed us to create. Okay. I'm so tired, but I made it to work. Child, listen. I made it. I was tired this morning. I was tired. I was like, but you know what? I was like, we got work to do. That's it. We got work to do. We got to keep building. We got to keep growing. We got to keep and I don't know. And the thing, y'all know, one of the things that I find, I don't know why, but and maybe it's just me. Has anybody ever gone? And I'm asking because if I ask something, y'all, it's most times I don't know because I don't know why, because I don't have any examples of this. Is it just me, or will the Lord not really allow you to work? Am I the only person who feels like the Lord won't allow me to get a job because what he wants me to do is do what I'm doing for him and that be the job? I hope that made sense for somebody because anytime that I've tried to get a job, the Lord has literally been like, nope, nope, nope. I had to can transparency, right? I had to reflect on that last night because something I heard yesterday was that I just need to get a job. I need to be like everybody else and get a job. Do y'all know that that was the struggle? That's been one of my biggest struggles. I've been working since I was 13. Got choked at my last, then fired at my two before. What? Like a dog till I broke. Oh my gosh. Um, and I'm not working just door dashing. That's, let me just tell y'all. That's probably the only thing that if the Lord will allow me to do something that I would be able to do. But but at some point, the Lord has also told me that even I'm grateful for it because I still have the opportunity to do that. I even listed sunny days. My God, y'all, I even tried door dashing. When I remember, I just told y'all that this weekend I almost made a mistake. Come on, God. Tell y'all, I don't be making this up, man. I tell y'all this stuff because this is people, this why you ain't got to be in my head. Because I really do tell y'all the stuff that's going on. It's a lot of stuff that I can't release, the stuff that I know the Lord and I are doing together. But stuff like this weekend, I had scheduled myself all for like 5 days, y'all. I had scheduled myself to DoorDash, right? Can I make this up? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. True story. I was supposed to do it on Wednesday. The Lord said no. I deleted. I was like, okay, Lord. I was supposed to do it on Thursday. The Lord said no. Mind you, I was like, Lord, I ain't got no resources. I need gas. I gotta eat. The Lord said, y'all, the Lord said no. So he sat me down and I had scheduled myself I was like, you know what? Okay, this what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just do with my regular stuff. And then on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm gonna go door dashing. Y'all, the Lord said no. I'm like, Daddy, do you realize he made me just sit? He made me just sit. I feel like it was a test because he was like, no. And I was like, over the weekend, y'all, I was so conflicted about this. True story. I was just like, why? I was like, why can I couldn't, first of all, I didn't have the motivation to go do it. And I start beating myself up because I'm like, I don't want to ever want to feel like I'm not willing to do what I'm supposed to do. Like I'm supposed to be taking, I want to take care of myself. Like, and the Lord just made me sit, y'all. But I be beating myself up because that's what it is, Queen. Because he was just like, you need to trust me. Y'all, all weekend, I just was like, Daddy, Lord, I was like, you, because he knows my heart. He knows my heart. He knows that I don't like to feel like I'm not doing everything that I can to take care of myself. But when I tell y'all, I thought I was crazy this weekend because I was like, Daddy, why can I just not go do this? He said, because you need to trust me. Because you need to trust me. I was like, okay, Lord. I'm this the thing, y'all. I share this with y'all because I don't know if other people go through this. I don't know if this is just a touche experience, but y'all, I'm telling you, man, he said sit. He said, don't sit, sit. And all I could do was sit. I couldn't do nothing else. I could barely even move my car because I barely had gas. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, I can't really do anything. And this how I know he made me sit. I didn't even have the money to put the gas in the car to go door dashing. And I, in my head, I was like, man, if I just get anything, I can put that in the car, then I can go door dash and da 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 da. He was like, nope, nope. Y'all, this is a man. Listen. So then yesterday, I get hit with, you just need to get a job, and I'm like, the Lord won't let me work. I've got, because literally what I heard was that I've quit 2 perfectly good jobs. Those jobs were not perfectly good. They were not. They weren't perfectly good. But of course, you can't explain that to people because they don't understand why the Lord is telling you that you got to leave. You got to leave those jobs. You can't, now you're not going to be able to stay there. You got to go. You got to trust me. You got to follow me. You got to do what I'm asking you to do. Nope, it don't make sense. Everybody think you crazy because all they see is, well, at least you got some income. The Lord said, go. I'm going through it now. He won't let you do anything that he doesn't want you to do. Something, and I don't know where I heard this, but true story I've been hearing for the last couple of days. The Lord pays for what the Lord orders. The Lord pays for it's just been in my head, just on repeat, on repeat. Because I was like, Daddy, like, I need to pay for this. I need to pay I was like, I need to pay for this website. I'm like, Daddy, you didn't have me go fix up this website. And God, I was like, the people in them gonna need the money for the website. When I tell y'all that miraculously this money showed up yesterday, I woke up this morning. Matter of fact, I take it back. I woke up this morning and and I knew it was coming, but I didn't know exactly when. And I was just like, okay, Lord. He was like, when I told you to sit, or when God tell you to sit and you apply and either no job calls or you interview and nobody calls you back, man, listen. Christina said work has been a little hard for me because I don't like anyone telling me what to do. It deeply bothers me in my spirituals. Auntie Coco said, I tried also. I got laid off from one and dismissed from the other. My business has sustained. Y'all, all I could say was thank you, Lord. Thank you. Like I'm literally like, okay, Lord, what's the next business you want me to create? I have no idea what else he wants me to do at this point. That's why I just be sitting. People think like I'll be sitting in the same spot all day, looking at the water, listening, I don't be no radio, no nothing. Cause I'm like, okay, Lord, you told me to sit. He said, just sit. Just it. Trying to get this notary business off the ground, open to all suggestions. Y'all, if you got suggestions, please share them. Because for me, the only thing I can tell you is right now the Lord has me in a sitting season, a wait on him season, a go make this makeup season. That's where I'm at right now. For what okay, Lord, he's go live, go talk to the people in them, give these messages, go make this eyeshadow, fill these orders, and then go to the gym. And it's like, does anybody ever feel like because you so used to moving, you so used to doing, if maybe it's just me, I don't know how to be, it's hard for me to be still. One of the hardest things for me to do is be still. It's so hard. Because I'm so used to, I was conditioned to working, and he knows it. He knows it. So for me, he'll take me to where he be like, nope, I'm gonna make sure you can't move. I'm gonna make sure you can't move. I'm gonna make sure that all you can do is read the Bible, read the word, pray, and listen to me and talk to me. That's it. And that, I'm telling you, man, like, it's one of the hardest things, y'all. It's one of the hardest things, because I'm used to, I've been independent since I was 13. It's hard. I don't know. Look, when I tell y'all, the struggle be real, man. It be real. And again, this is only in this part of this walk. I'm only a couple of years into this, and I just be like, Lord, it's one of them things where you feel like you're not doing enough. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It be, yeah, because it be feeling like I'm not doing enough. That's how I be feeling. Anyway, I'm back. I got fired, got approved finally for my apartment, and got a hair client the same day I moved in. And hear me, Daddy, Daddy, how you gonna, Daddy, how I'm gonna get the place to stay? How I'm gonna make that happen? Daddy, you know I got this me. Daddy, I know you got me sitting, but you know I got to pay these bills. You know what I'm saying? But he'll just be like, but do you trust me? And so you just sit. But we are, because we're used to doing so much all the time. For real. Like, when you're used to doing so much, that's why my lip feel keep feeling chapped. When you're used to doing so much all the time, it's so hard to just be still, be patient, be quiet. It's like knowing, it's like his peace, right? The Lord is not going to call you again. The Lord pays for what the Lord orders. He told me to go fix up the website. He told me to get some things, to add some things on there. He was like, so if I told you to do it, don't you know that I'm going to provide what's necessary in order for you to sustain it? That literally, he don't say it with no, he not mad when he tell me. He be like, but I'm the one who told you to go do that. So and the Lord pays for what the Lord orders. The problem is, we don't trust him to do what he said he's going to do. And so he'll sit you down and make you wait on it. Okay. He does, man. If I ain't a testimony to a way out of no way, a testimony. Okay. Um, yeah, being still is hard for Leos. It is. It is. But he'll put you in that sit down space. He really will. So I don't know who needed that. I'm glad it's not just me. Um, Look, whole signal went out. That's it, y'all. That's it. The Lord's just gonna do, like, he's just gonna do what he's gonna do. And I'm grateful that he allows me to share this journey and share this story as y'all continue to see me evolve into what the Lord is creating, who he's creating me to be, what he's wanting me to do. Um, how he's helping me to navigate through this journey of not just of self, but also of entrepreneurship, of my walk with him. Just like so many things, y'all. Like, Lord is really just allowing me to share this experience, because I'm just like, man, I ain't never seen nobody, I ain't never been tapped in and really just watched anybody going through their life journey. But this is like the Lord allowing, like, this is how he's using me. It's why, because I even told the Lord this morning, I was like, Lord, some people be like, why are you talking about this, that, and the third? Why are you because I can't give you, I can't, I'm not, the Lord won't allow me to sit here and act like life don't be life, and or that I don't have difficulties and challenges, or like I don't struggle with my mindset or struggle with my own faith. Like, you can't, I'm not the person that's gonna come on here and try to make it seem like everything is all sunshine and roses, because a lot of times most of us are going through things that you don't want to talk about, because you don't want people to look at you no type of way. But the thing about transparency is, can't nobody use my story. Right. Can't no, I tell you, I say this all the time. Can't nobody use my story against me. This is truly the life I'm living. Y'all are seeing the Lord evolve me into who He's purposed me to be. I don't know why the Lord's like, no, you're gonna have to be honest, because people need to understand a lot of, because your journey is not gonna be all sunshine and rainbows. You're gonna go through some things. You're gonna have to face your family, you're gonna have to face your fears, you're gonna have to constantly be renewing your faith. And so in this season, that's what the Lord is allowing me to do, just to like share, to tell people like, look, the walk with the Lord is not easy. I don't know who, maybe it's some folks that had a faith walk that was walking on sunshine, but baby, mine ain't been that. It ain't been that. Okay. It ain't been that. Has it been worth it? Absolutely. But like the Lord, like, but He wants people, He wants to give real life examples of people building themselves, rebuilding, showing people that you can come back from anything, and all, because all you gotta do is trust Him. Right. For real. That dark night of the soul, it ain't no joke. I tell you that. In my sit down time now, waiting to start school, and I'm like, Lord, rent needs to be paid and bills too. Man, listen, what you say? Got stuff. I was like, Lord, I need some help. Like, what you want me to do? That's why I just be like, Lord, it's got to be something else. I got to be doing something else. But I'm so grateful that somebody that y'all said, some of y'all, He wouldn't even let y'all DoorDash, because I thought I cannot make it up. All weekend I was just like, Lord, and then I heard something, and something, because I was like, why is there so much confusion about this? Why? Because one thing about it, I know when the Lord tells me to do something. And that's what He said. He was like, when I give you an instruction, you know to do it, and it ain't no question about it. The fact that I kept going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, He was like, that's how you know I didn't tell you to do that. Because one, if the Lord tell me to do something, you just know to do it. It ain't no question. It ain't no, you just know. Like when the Lord said, go start this website, but Daddy, I don't really have the resources for that. I know you don't, but go start it. This was only a month ago on the 21st, 22nd, 20, exactly a month. And I just knew, okay, Lord, go put this on there, go add this. I wasn't even making makeup then. Do y'all understand that? Like, I wasn't even making eyeshadows at that point. The Lord was like, go start the website. Another website, Lord? Yeah, another one. Okay. Built a website. Like, y'all, it'd be crazy. All weekend I was just like, Daddy, I was like, I don't know why I just can't get behind this. Thank you, dearest one. I was like, I just don't know. He was like, because I didn't tell you to do it. It was just that simple. When He finally just made me sit, I was like, okay, Lord, if I get these resources, then I'm gonna go put some gas. He was like, no, you're not. You're gonna sit right there. You're gonna go get you something to eat. You're gonna put some gas in your car, and you're gonna sit right there, and you ain't gonna do nothing. And I was just like, what, Lord? Do what? No, I said what I said. So everything you just said sounded like an intro to a book, an ebook, an audio book. It's your story, and it's powerful. Thank you, dearest one. It's coming. I don't know. It's coming. How's it? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe He's telling me to start right. I don't know, baby. Thank you for the encouragement. I know. I already know the name of the book and everything. Let me just tell you what I do know. I already know the name of the book, but I don't know if I'm supposed to start writing it. I don't know if it's time yet, because the story is still unfolding. True story. I already know what the name of the book is and everything, and it's gonna be a series of them. He's already shown me that, y'all. Like, because this is just, it's still unfolding, and I don't feel like I'm at the chapter yet to where the first book will be the like the end, I guess, the cliffhanger, I guess. I don't think I've gotten to that point yet. That's why I feel like He hadn't given me the instructions for it yet. But I don't know, child. It's coming, Lord. It's coming. Anyway. just like, okay. So yes, surrender, for real, for real. Like, it's me, but it's not the first time that I had to just say, okay, Lord, I surrender. I give it to you. You know what you're doing. I may not know, but He knows what He's doing. So, and I find myself like, it's not the first time. Because that was me. And that patterns. This is why I tell y'all, this is why patterns even came up. Because I was getting ready to go and try to DoorDash. This is how this message came up. Over the weekend, when the Lord said we were going to talk about this, the reason was because something that I do all the time when things get challenging, when things get hard, I will start trying to do things myself. And the Lord, the reason he has sat me down is because he said, I didn't bring you from where you were. Because I said this, I say, Daddy, I wasn't door dashing when I was in LA. I tried it, but it just wasn't resonating in my spirituals. Now I did my Uber Eats, and that got me to that. That was okay, but I'm not able to do it right now, right? So the Lord started showing, he was talking to me about patterns, which is why he put it on the calendar. What do you go to? When you're challenged, when things are difficult, what do you find yourself going back to? Is it a person? Is it a mindset? Because he's trying to break in me is the lack mindset. What he's trying to break in me is trusting him to do what he said he's going to do. So I got to continue to always keep strengthening my faith. Old behaviors, exactly. So because when things start going bad, you know what, I can just go do this. And he didn't already said, I told you not that you, if I didn't, he wouldn't allow me to DoorDash in LA. He was like, why would you think, if I didn't let you do it before, why would you think I'm gonna let you do it now? True story, y'all. And I just was like, you right. Then I was like, because the conversation started like this. Daddy, I can just go DoorDash and put some money in my pocket. And he said, I didn't let you do it when you were there. Why am I going to let you do it now? I didn't bring you from LA to come and DoorDash. I brought you to LA from LA to be full-time in ministry. That's what he said. I no longer want to do this on my own. I surrender, Lord, and need your help, wisdom, and guidance because I don't know what to do. And you absolutely right. We surrender, Lord, because I ain't got a clue. Okay. Okay, I ain't got a clue. I'll be like, Daddy, what to do? Sit, wait on my instructions. Okay. Then waste our mental energy, draining our spirit. Same God, different situation. Man, listen. Talking about what? He ain't changed nothing he said. He said, you still in the same situation I had you in. If I didn't let you do it then, I'm not going to let you do it now. Just follow my instructions. Okay, Lord, I'm going to try. I'm going to do my very best at this. Okay. I just came to terms with what's for everyone else is not for me. It's not. It's not, y'all. Listen, because I don't know what to do. When I say for real, okay? Look, it's just not. It's just not. And for some people to be like you settling, please don't ever get it twisted and think that Touche don't want a job. What? But the Lord said this is your job. Message. What I have you doing, this is your job. And so him just working on my mindset, breaking old patterns, old habits. So it's me always working on my mindset. That's it. No dirt money for us. What? Period. You better say it. Child, listen. He said nope. And that was why, because it was just like by the time I was done, and I told the Lord that I said, Daddy, I was only making enough to put gas in my car to go do it again. Who finna do that? Matt, hold on. Because this is not like it's not consistent. And so that's how the conversation started with him. I was like, Lord, I'm not even making enough but to put enough gas back in the car to go do it again. What? No, that ain't gonna work out. Okay. Like that ain't gonna work out. Cause I was like, I was like, I been in burnt, and I was in LA at the time. I was like, child, I done burnt up this little gas to go try to make just enough money to put some more gas in the car. I'm like, what? No, this ain't gonna work out. It didn't work for me. And for some people, by all means, please do what you got to do. But it did not work for me. I was like, no, it was too sporadic, it was too inconsistent. Now, mind you, I understand that that's how business is as well. But baby, at least no. That's why I'd be like, okay, Lord, what's the next thing we're going to create? What we going to do next? Okay. Maybe you're supposed to start writing on these days that are still. You could be absolutely right. You can be you probably right. I don't even want to write it. I just want to record it and let somebody else write it. That's what I want to do. Look, no settling this season. No settling this season. I know it'd be hard, but I feel like that's, and again, on take this back to the Lord, go chop it up with the Lord and ask him if that is the direction for you. I'm not telling you what to do. I am telling you, yes, you can turn that off. I'm telling you this because you need to, this is my journey. It's just what the Lord won't allow me to do. It don't make sense. People be like, you crazy, you I'm really the thing about it is I just be like, God will provide. He'll make a way. And guess what? He does every time without fail. And that's what he had to get me back to the point of, like, he was, remember the faith you had when you stepped out? Okay. The repo man had me jacked up in the air, and God said, not today. Thank you, God, because you knew. Man, listen, I'm not right now because, but y'all just have no idea. Man, y'all have no idea. But the Lord said, just trust me. So all I can do is trust and wait on his instructions. Because all I'd be like is, Daddy, I just need to pay my car note. I just need to pay my car. I just want to pay for my car. It's why I was so grateful for my job that month, y'all. That month that I was at that job, because it allowed me to get to a point. But now I'm right back like, okay, Lord, like what's gonna happen? What's we gonna do? That's how I ended up getting messed up, because I was like, but I also understand that that's not gonna be enough. So it's got to be something else. So I just got to wait and see. I just got to wait. Telling you, man, it's a trust season. It really is, y'all. And I can't ever, man, listen. So I just be like, okay, Lord. Okay. So it's a trust season. So I just wait to see what he's gonna say, see what he's gonna do, and then move accordingly. It's trying to figure it out on my end. Then when I exhausted all resources, God always comes at the last minute, and I'll be like, I heard you was looking for me. Here I go. Okay, here I go. Yeah, true story. He really be like that in so many ways. And so I'm grateful. So anyway, I hope that helps somebody. I'm just grateful that I ain't the only one that the Lord be like, nope, I said no, nope, you're not gonna do that. Thought I was tripping, thought I was crazy because he wouldn't even let me go DoorDash. But I'm like, why would he not want me to do that? Right. But then it's at the same time, he's like, so you can just make money to go put the gas in the car to what? Go do it again, not settling, like not settling. So I just told him, I say, well, Lord, bring another opportunity. Bring the opportunity that is right for me in this season. Bring what it is that you want me to do instead of me trying to go and figure it out. Just bring in what you want me to have. So I keep applying for jobs, nothing coming in. Yeah, glad you just showed me I'm not crazy. Well, I'm glad. Thank you, honey. One, we in alignment, because I thought I was tripping. I ain't lying. I thought I was tripping. I was like, Daddy, it's got what? But he said, nope, just wait. So we just got to sit. Some of us, we might be in that sitting season. Like, so, but take it to the Lord. Okay. Take it to the Lord. Okay. That's it, y'all. That's all I got. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the comments, the subscribes, the energy. This too shall pass. It most certainly will. Because one thing for certain, man, I trust the Lord. I trust him. I'm, and he's making me remember that I have to trust him, because I don't know what else to do. That's really when you've exhausted everything. What can you do but trust the Lord? If he's taking care of us all this time, he's going to continue to do that. So we just got to trust him, and everything we need is going to show up in divine timing. It is going to show up. Okay, so thank y'all so much. I'm so truly grateful. Thank you for the likes and shares, the comments, the subscribes, the energy, the love. Thank y'all for liking the live, sharing the live, sharing the love. um that's it, y'all. That's it. We're gonna do love and clarity tomorrow, because I'm gonna just keep it a buckles. I don't want to do love and clarity on my birthday. I don't want to do that. My birthday is Friday, and I don't want to do love and clarity on my birthday. I just don't feel like that's what I want to do. So we'll probably just go with the flow. I'll see what the Lord wants to talk about. So we are gonna do love and clarity tomorrow. We'll use the love and clarity deck, so y'all can look. It was turned up. Y'all was turned up. We on this we in a healing journey. some of y'all, I can tell y'all this, because of so much stuff that's happening with your families. I know people be wanting to know about your spouse or your boyfriend and girlfriend, but for a lot of us, the thing that the Lord has been talking to me about a lot is healing relationships. Um, and so these are some relationships that are closest to you. So I know we'll probably be talking about that tomorrow. Um, Thank you, dearest one. Thank you. Yeah, my birthday is Friday, y'all. So chapter 44, loading. But even that's the only time y'all will hear me say that, because after on Friday, I'm 21 plus tax. Period. Okay, so I'm 21 plus tax. But yeah, so I didn't want to do love and clarity on my birthday. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. So bring your favorite adult beverage. The thing about it is we got to heal these things, because we're making room. Okay, so just know that the healing stuff we're talking about with the relationships is because we're making room. Okay, we're closing a chapter. This the intermit. Come on, say it. You better say that. We definitely are. Thank you for all of you for your support as well. If you have placed an order with me, I'm so truly grateful. I have a couple to mail out. I'm only mailing like once a week at this point, so they'll be mailed out hopefully on, I think I'll mail them out on Friday. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for the love. So thank y'all for the support. For those of you who placed an order, I'm truly grateful. There's so much coming. Make sure you get on the email list as well. Y'all make sure you go click the link in my bio. Make sure you get on the email list, because that's where all the information comes out first. I told the Lord, I say, child, because the growth is happening, right? I told him, I was like, Lord, I'm gonna have to get the email subscription or something, because I'm gonna be out of emails by the end of the month. Thank y'all for those of you who have subscribed to the website. Make sure that you do that, because you also earn points as well. I do have a loyalty program. So you'll earn points, and I'm working on now, like how if you refer people as well, how you'll receive points for that as well. Okay. Um, oh my gosh, you got them. Oh my gosh, tell me about it. I got mine. Love them. Beautiful, great quality, so silky. I'm so grateful. I know this. If you don't do makeup, I'm gonna tell y'all. Can I just tell you, it's so crazy, but um man, they go on so well with your fingers. I know we're supposed to use brushes, and we got brushes and stuff, but when I tell y'all, I feel like they go on so much better with your fingers. So thank you, dearest one. They last long and no creasing after hours. Oh, let's do it. Oh my gosh, y'all. Y'all know it's my own formula. Oh my gosh. And that's the other thing. I'm almost out of supplies. And I was like, Lord, I need to get some more, because I just know that the growth is coming. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Do me a favor, go on the website, click on the samples, and then just leave a review. Just leave a review. Most of y'all should be coming in today. I checked the tracking on all of them. So most of you, I think, like Chris Curls, I think she got hers. So I know she said that. I think Christina, yours was was supposed to be yesterday, but most of y'all it'll be today from the tracking. So yes, thank you so much. I'm so excited, y'all. That's what the other thing. Like I was like, man, I don't know. You make your own stuff and use your own stuff, and you be like, okay, are they gonna like it? Like, oh my gosh. Even the packaging, y'all, like true story, because I didn't know. I was like, well, how am I going to send these? So I did the best I could. But if I pray that they don't get to y'all broken up. I try to package them, bubble wrap them, all that good stuff, so that they would get to y'all secure. But I hope that you enjoy them. Thank you so much for your support. I'm truly grateful. Christina said, yes, I got mine. I hope they didn't get to y'all broken up. I ain't never had to ship them. I was even trying to research and see like what I could put on top of them to try to just keep them in place as well. So love the colors, packaging. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful that they weren't. If they were, please let me know that as well. If you received them and they were broken, please let me know, because it just me. I can't do nothing about the post office, but I'm just trying to figure out like the best way so that they don't get broken. I was like, mess around and I'll put some quarters on top of them. Like I just want them to be secure when they get to y'all, but I can't do nothing, unfortunately, about them being jostled in the shipping process. But I'm so grateful that you like them. Thank you so much. Please, yes, just go on the website. You can click on it. Go to the sample product. Okay, thank you, dearest one. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I hope y'all love them. They're such a joy to make. I got some that I got to make today. So thank you for those of you who have supported. I'm so truly grateful. I'll be sharing your reviews as well on my social media. So thank y'all for that. I'm so truly grateful. I'm glad y'all like them. I'm so excited. That is such a blessing. So hopefully everybody should have theirs in by today or either tomorrow. Okay. Go click the link in my bio. I can't really say go, but if you click the link in my bio, you can go, you'll be able to go to my website. Okay, you'll be able to do that. So please, there is like right now you can have the option of trying to um you get two, all you do is pay shipping. Okay, all you do is pay shipping, and I just want y'all to know that you're literally only paying shipping. Okay, I didn't know what the shipping was going to be, but you're really only paying shipping. Okay, so like true story, I had no idea, but do they really handle them with care if you put fragile on them? I have no idea. I know I wrote fragile on somebody's, but when he was putting them in the thing, he was just kind of, because it's not very heavy. The sample packages are not very heavy. And so I was just like, Lord, just let them get there intact. That's it. So I'm trying to make sure and package them the best that I can. So no, they do not. Like I don't think it makes a difference. They just be putting loading. So I don't know. But I'm grateful that they got to y'all intact. I'm so grateful, and I'm so grateful that y'all like them. Um, that is such a blessing. So, yeah, I'm working on some different things as well. For that, so y'all just stay tuned. Get on the email list, okay? Just get on the email list. That's it. Thank y'all so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you for letting me know. Make sure you leave a review. Um, when you go on the website, you just have to click on on the sample product, and then you can just leave a review and put anything you want to put. And yes, I will be sharing some of them to social media. So thank y'all for your support. I'm so truly grateful. Okay. I love y'all in real life. Go be great and amazing. It's 8 o'clock. I got to go do my networking part of the day and respond to some good mornings and just tap in with everyone. Um, that's it. Hydrate your soul and things. Drink your water. Say your gratitude. Have a fantastic and an amazing day in purpose and on purpose. And I will see y'all in the morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I love y'all in real life. Love y'all. Bye, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Love y'all. Love y'all. Bye, y'all.